Hello everyone. We have seen in the first 6 months of this year almost daily headlines, big breaking news stories, lots and lots of things happening and many of them bad. So I guess it's almost inevitable that as now we move into July and there are no clear answers on what's going to happen, whether it's with China or with coronavirus, that a sense of fatigue starts to set in. And it happens when you're talking to many people. We may not be going out physically and interacting with people, but when you start talking to people, you're having phone conversations. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get that feeling. People are saying, how long is this going to continue? Is there going to be an early resolution to coronavirus? Are we going to see an early resolution to China? And quite frankly, the only thing which I can say is, I have a horrible feeling the answer is going to be no. I suspect we're in for the long haul, both when it comes to coronavirus, when it comes to the standoff with China. And I guess we have to all tell ourselves we've got to be patient. Just because we've been patient with the virus now for 3 to 4 months, it's been 100 days thereabouts of the lockdown already. We've got to continue to be patient. I think the Prime Minister also said it. You haven't let down your guard till now. Don't let down your guard right now. The virus is spreading. And the same, frankly, is true for China. Is there going to be an immediate resolution? No. There's a lot that seems to be happening on the China front, not just when it comes to India, but multiple countries across the world. What's happening in Hong Kong? What is the UK doing? What's the international community doing? It's going to take some time to play itself out. So yeah, it's July and it's looking like a long haul. So let's all just gear ourselves up and be prepared for it. And we'll, of course, continue to bring you all the latest updates as we get them. So here are the big stories of the day.
In a bid to boost India's air power, the Defence Ministry has approved the procurement of 21 MiG-29s and 12 Sukhoi Su-30s from Russia for the Indian Air Force. The Ministry's Defence Acquisition Council also gave its nod for the upgradation of existing 59 MiG-29 aircraft. The approval came on a day Prime Minister Modi and President Putin spoke about strengthening ties between the two countries. A statement from the Defence Ministry said the MiG-29 procurement and upgradation from Russia is estimated to cost 7,418 crore rupees. The Su-30 will be procured from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited at an estimated cost of 10,730 crore rupees.
Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad on Thursday termed India's ban on Chinese apps a digital strike on Beijing. We banned Chinese apps to protect the data of our countrymen. It was a digital strike, the minister stated. India, in a surprise move, banned 59 Chinese apps days after a violent face-off between Indian and Chinese soldiers in eastern Ladakh, which left 20 soldiers dead.
China's Commerce Ministry on Thursday said that it hopes India would correct its discriminatory actions against Chinese companies immediately, Reuters reported. The statement comes after India banned Chinese mobile apps amid a border crisis between the two countries. China has not adopted any restrictive or discriminatory measures against Indian products and services, China's Ministry of Commerce told reporters, adding that India's actions are in violation of WTO rules.
According to US President Donald Trump's spokesperson, he believes that China's aggressive stance against India and other countries in the region confirms the true nature of the ruling Communist Party of China. Amid the ongoing standoff between Indian and Chinese troops in Ladakh, White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany said the US was closely monitoring the current situation and supports a peaceful resolution to the border crisis. The armies of India and China have been locked in a bitter standoff at multiple locations in eastern Ladakh for the last 7 weeks, and the tension escalated after 20 Indian soldiers were killed in a violent clash in Galwan Valley on June 15th.
4 Tamil Nadu policemen have been arrested in the custodial deaths of a father-son duo in the town of Tuticorin. 50-year-old Jayaraj and his 31-year-old son Benix were allegedly tortured by cops after keeping their shop open beyond the allowed time. 1 inspector, 2 sub-inspectors and a constable have been arrested by the crime branch and have been charged with murder. Their case, which has generated massive outrage across the country, has been handed over to the CBI.
A COVID-19 care centre with 600 beds has been set up at the Commonwealth Games Stadium in Delhi amid a surge in coronavirus cases. A total of 80 doctors and 150 nurses will be looking after the patients. Delhi government is also in the process of turning 40 hotels and 80 banquet halls for addition of around 15,000 COVID beds. The national capital has logged more than 87,000 infections, the highest in India after Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on Thursday launched Plasma Bank to help treat critical COVID-19 patients in the capital. The Chief Minister appealed to all eligible citizens to come forward and donate plasma. Kejriwal also shared a phone number 1031 and a WhatsApp number 8800007722 where volunteers can register to donate. Blood plasma from people who have recovered from coronavirus is used to treat critical COVID patients.
प्लाज्मा डोनेट करने के लिए तैयार हैं तो आप इस नंबर पे फ़ोन करके हमें बता सकते हैं 1031 या आप इस नंबर पे व्हाट्सएप कर सकते हैं हमें 8800007722 या तो इस पे व्हाट्सएप कर दीजिए या 1031 पे आप हमें फ़ोन कर सकते हैं। आप अपने को रजिस्टर करेंगे, हमारे यहाँ से दिल्ली सरकार से एक डॉक्टर का फ़ोन जाएगा आपके पास, वो आपसे फ़ोन पे बात करेंगे और आपकी एलिजिबिलिटी कि आप एलिजिबल हैं आपसे बातचीत से वो निश्चित करने की कोशिश करेंगे कि आप सारे पैरामीटर पे एलिजिबल हैं कि नहीं।
India has urged the United Nations to seriously and objectively address its concerns over recent developments in Hong Kong after China passed a sweeping national security law. The Hong Kong Special Administrative Region law, the critics say, will smother the global financial hub's freedoms and autonomy. Given the large Indian community that makes Hong Kong its home, India has been keeping a close watch on recent developments. India's permanent representative to the UN in Geneva, Vikram Chandra, said India's concern about the law comes amid rising tensions with China along the LAC.
Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison on Thursday said his government was considering an offer of safe haven to Hong Kong residents threatened by China's move to impose a tough national security law on the semi-autonomous territory. Morrison said his cabinet would consider options to provide similar opportunities as British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has offered Hong Kongers. The move comes after China bypassed Hong Kong's Legislative Council to pass the sweeping legislation without public consultation.
People testing negative for COVID-19 antibodies may still have some immunity, a new study has suggested. Researchers at the Karolinska Institute in Sweden tested 200 people for both antibodies and T cells. For every person testing positive for antibodies, 2 were found to have specific T cells which identify and destroy infected cells. However, it is likely that some did mount an antibody response because either it had faded or was not detectable by the current tests. The findings add to a growing body of evidence that antibody testing alone underestimates immunity. It is also not yet clear whether these T cells just protect that individual or if they might also stop them from passing on the infection to others.